FX Home is PC. Interesting. Interesting. Keep forgetting which one I was using. I think it was like Super Mario... New Super Mario font. Okay. That's the one I was using. So how does this look? This looks a little bit too big, so let's shrink it down to probably about 75% or so. Okay, 75% looks better. Now, if we go to here, this is the more important piece of text. This is not as important as the first part. Now, let's correct this to...
Hi, how are you?
Okay, this Breath of the Wild. Here's the thing with the Breath of the Wild font. It's very off-putting if you put it in way too much text. Like if you want to put it as a title or a short phrase, it looks just fine. But if you put the Breath of the Wild font in a lot of text here, it looks super weird. Super, super weird. Yo, what's up, James? How you doing? How about Impact? Impact is actually the font that's used for memes nowadays, and I sometimes use it like sparingly. Oh, I mean to do like 70%, not 7%. Let's see here. Let's do 80%. No, that's 60%. Let's actually turn this into the Breath of the Wild font. Let's increase the spacing on this. The spacing tool is the... Oh, this is the vertical tool right here. I'm gonna stretch the spacing to around... about... Let's do 80%. 80% looks like there's some division in the space, and that looks fine enough to me. Edit life continues. Video editing is just... It is what it is. Okay, that looks fine. This looks, I think... Nope, we don't want to make a new text layer. Let's shrink the size of this one because this is not a very important piece of text. So let's put this down to 75%. And then let's change the font to this one, the final piece of text. Let's put this one at... Let's do the Super Mario one on this one. And let's change this down to... Let's put this down to 50%? No, 50% is too tiny. Let's do 60%. And my video editing program just crashed. So, that kind of mess can happen. Hope you're doing well, Will. Yeah, video editing in general is just a pain. Not only did my video editor program just crash, it also made my VTuber thing crash too. Always remember to save often. So I needed to turn on desktop capture in order to show you guys that there's actually windows that I look at that show up, but that don't get captured by, because there's a difference in what Windows capture works to capture versus what desktop capture works to capture. Desktop capture works to get like everything that appears on your desktop window. Windows capture, not everything gets captured. The main difference with like video editing versus photo editing is that video editing requires you to like work on moving imagery, while photo editing is just touching up one specific frame of a picture. It is very, very, very ridiculous. But people literally do hire professionals who know what they're doing with this kind of technology in the industry. Just gonna mute the audio for a second to see how this looks. I might need to change the spacing here.
Hi, how are you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. For sure. Subtitles is another thing that we can talk about, but that's not a step we're taking here, thankfully. There's a step we have to take on YouTube. Yo, what's good, Hotbox? How you doing? How's work been? And you ever wonder, like, how YouTube channels just grow so well is because they have a good production crew on board, and I'm just a one-man team. Like, I know people who can video edit it, but there's just people who, well, a lot of people are in different parts of their life now. And I had never roomed with anybody who wants to form a content creation team together. I think the most ridiculous part for me is I think for any video production in general is just doing research, because if you're providing reference for like whatever you're talking about, like for example when I talk about Raiden Mei here, I just bring up a picture of her so people know what the heck I'm talking about. Yo, thank you for the epic warrior, Kiba, and oh, you got a card. Nice, nice.
Is this?
I like that effect. I like that effect. I like this glow effect that I just learned today. I'm gonna save that from now on. All right, where's the other parts of the video where I use the wow sound effect?
Third type of event challenge is called Samurai Sighted to Arms. Samurai?
Okay, there we go. Now we need to go ahead and go back to whatever I use the wow effect on. I'm just gonna call it the wow glow effect. The wow effect, the wow glow effect, whatever you want to call it. So let's go ahead and copy this. Go back to this part of the sequence. Wait, Is it this one? No, it's this one. Paste it here. Not the motion. We'll do the glow effects. Now we need to go ahead and change this to linear dodge. Make it super glowy. Let's go ahead and remove that first. Increase the size so I can zoom in on the Magu Kenki. And then this down over here. All right. So now I need to copy these motion settings over to the original clip. So we're going to go ahead and copy again. Then we can paste it, remove the effects. Instead, we'll paste in the motion. Make this visible again, and voila. Let's see here. I think as soon as the mask goes back up, we can go ahead and cut this short, so we can go back to the original video because it looks kind of weird at first. All right. Or another thing, another idea we can do. We could go back on that theme I was talking about earlier, called keyframes. So keyframes, as I've explained earlier, is basically you being able to like move and animate a piece of video frame by frame the way you want it to be, and a lot of movies have endless amounts of keyframes. So the people who do keyframes for movies have incredible patience, but they're paid very well to do what they're doing. All right, with that, that's aside the point. Now, if we go over here, let's position this over here. What we're gonna go ahead and do, we place a key point, which is the original key point over here, the original position of where the video is for the first one. Now, if we move ahead over to the second one, which is where do we want the video to finally stop in position? Let's make this invisible. Let's make the first layer invisible at first. So pardon the blurriness. So now we're moving the video south to 1050 X coordinate. Y coordinate is 1160. And for anybody who remembers math, remember the X coordinate is left and right. The Y coordinate is north and south. The video size is still the same, we're just moving the actual footage itself. Now we could go ahead and take this and copy it over the same exact keyframes over to the original video right here, if the copy and pasting wants to work with me. Apparently it doesn't, so we're gonna have to do this the second way and force it upon the second layer, apparently. There we go. Now, once we get this, make everything visible again, it should work all together. Okay, so it doesn't look too weird this time. Yo, Dagger, thank you so much for the host. I was in the middle of being a teacher for a second, but we can go ahead and greet you real quick. Good job killing me in AK3D. Good job giving us the raid, my dude. See, we're playing some more Sea of Thieves. How was the thieving? How was the sailing? How was the pirating? Hope you've been doing well. Hope your evening has been pretty swell. We're just out here. We're just out here doing some video editing for the night, trying to get some done, and hopefully finish up this 15-minute video that I've been editing for the past few days, because video editing is rough, man. I'm sure the house video editor of Artix Entertainment can say the same with whatever they edit with. So it's like moving the camera, but the animation is the same, but it gave a new effect. Yeah, that's a way of looking at it. That is a way of looking at it. And a lot of movies that use this, there's a lot of it. Okay, so let's look at the last frame for a second. Let's make this invisible. Actually, no, wrong one. Let's move this frame over here and see where it goes to. Okay, so I think I want this to... I think I want to change the size of this, so that way more of it is visible. So let's change the size at this point to 280, so that way there's more of a drastic, thing going on with the perception here. Let's go back to the first keyframe of the motion at the first XY coordinate and restore the original size to 300. Now, let's bring these two keyframes all the way to the end of this part. So we're gonna remove these keyframes and do copy and paste from the edited footage back to the original footage. So now it should work together like so. Okay, so I think I know where I want the video to stop. Where I want this specific effect to stop. So I think we're gonna go ahead... what was this position? 1180 at... Let's do a new keyframe. At... 285... 1180. Let's make the first layer invisible first. So that's what we're looking for. Let's remove the keyframes from the original footage, reset everything, then copy the keyframes from the edited video over to the original, make everything visible again. Okay, that looks pretty close enough. That looks pretty close to what I'm looking for. Yep. Alright, that is definitely what I am looking for. It's close enough. And again, because I got the original video from Twitch directly, there's a lot of text and other combobulated stuff all over the place. It's in the way. I think I just need to do this wow, this anime wow effect one more time. Oh yeah, this one. So I need to do this one more time over here. Okay, so...
My boss, though.
I'm gonna time the sound effect to the edit on this specific frame at exactly 8 minutes 59 seconds. I'm actually going to also do a funny one here too, so... Because the voice actress for Barbara decided to say so. So for this one, I'm just going to do a simple thing when she says Magu Kenki. We're just going to do a simple zoom, and on this specific part, and copy these attributes over to the next two, and just keep on zooming in the next two frames. And for comedic effect, we're just going to go and zoom in on the second one. Let's reorient it, and it doesn't have to be perfectly centered because this will be, because if you try to center this video, it will be based on the video's perception of being centered, not your perception. So try to get it, if you want to do this comedic effect, you could try to get it as centered as best as you could per your perception. I think for comedic effect, I'm gonna actually rotate this 180 degrees. Yep. Let's do this like 180 degrees, and then this was 550. Let's make this probably 800 actually. Another comedic thing I could do is like do a shake effect, but the shake effect is actually a lot of keyframes on top of each other, and that is just a pain in the butt. Although I can show you guys an instance of a video, something I use the shake effect for, and I could probably copy and paste said effect over to this specific part of the video. Again, as I said, guys, I am very extra when it comes to video editing, but I hope, like, whatever I tell you guys in the process of me doing this, some insights about what the heck goes into a video. I think we should use the shake effect. Alright, so, let me go ahead and pause the music first so I can show you guys an example of, well, let's do the Stream Raiders battle first, and then we'll do the Stream Raiders battle, then I can show you guys the example that I use a shake effect for. Oh, I got flag bearer scrolls. I thought I would get something different. Anybody who hasn't gone into this round of Stream Raiders can always join in the next one. Oh, this is an orc camp. This is going to be easy. How many ranged units do we have? Let's see. We have 2 archers. I think I would actually just boost the melee units, honestly. Well, best of luck. Probably should have brought some centurions, but I think we should be okay. Kiba literally has a dogo. He has a doge on the battlefield. This is amazing. Alright, great job. GG's. Alright, Grazing Fields is next, and afterwards we'll be doing the Stomping Grounds. Ooh, Archer Scrolls, nice. I will gladly take those. Let's do this one next, but unfortunately I have to be the Buster again because defend this unit from the enemy and they begin to rampage after the kill. Oh no. Are they melee? Okay, good. This is ranged over here. I'm gonna put my Buster over here actually. Yeah, we gotta protect Littlefoot. For real. Alright, that will be the battle plan for this time around. Hey, thank you for the epic tank, Kiba. Okay, now the alerts are showing, which is weird now. Okay, so everybody else can put in rogues over here so we can go after the eggs. Actually, we should put some rogues on this side too. Alright, because I want to go after the eggs over here, but at the same time, I want protection from these guys. I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick intermission for a quick sec, folks. But I'll be back, and hopefully once we're back, I'll show you guys the thing that I use the video shake effect for, and I'll see if I can find the project to transfer said effect over to the Magu Kenki moment in the video. Otherwise, the rest of the video should be just about almost done.